was very in love with this man, and I was like, we are gonna get married. Listen. Okay guys, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to the family. You're gonna love it here. And while we're still on this topic of welcome to the family, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. What are you trying to? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, and share this video. So today's video, I don't really know what I'm gonna call it yet, but I'm thinking of making it a series. I don't know if you guys remember what I said about me going through the most, because you guys know that ultimately Njolo waring is. So like, I just wanted to tell you guys my story. Guys, please don't what is going on here? Please don't judge me based on the story, and don't judge the person that I'm gonna talk about. But like, you know what, I don't care. Like, I feel like I've been protecting this person for the longest time. And now it's just time for me to tell my story, because like, I feel like this person is trash. I wrote things down so that I can actually, you know, I just wanted to like tell the story in order, because I wanted to make it a series, as I said, and I will be telling it while I'm doing my makeup. So without wasting any time, let me just do my foundation and yeah, tell you the story. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, I did want to say, like, guys, I know you guys, I don't know if you guys actually like story times, but I really love making story times. So I hope that you guys are enjoying my story times, and I hope that, like, just let me know if you're thinking that I can actually tell. So let me get into my makeup. How did I meet this guy? So the day we met, I remember when we met, it was kind of awkward. Let me actually go get the mirror. Ugh, you guys, I can't find the mirror that I'm actually used to using, but that's not a train smash. Guys, if you see my beauty blenders looking like, you know, I used them yesterday, so I didn't wash it, and yeah, I'm gonna wash it today though. So yeah, I'm just applying my foundation. So when we met, I did not think that we were actually gonna kick things off. Like, I thought that he was just gonna be one of those guys, you know, one of those guys that are just like, yeah, fine, we date, and then we most probably feel like maybe we shouldn't date anymore. That's what I thought. I thought that I actually wouldn't like him like that, because he's very shy. And imagine, like, I'm kind of also shy around guys, so imagine that combination. It's like, it's weird. I thought like things were gonna be awkward, and then eventually we just like gonna stop talking. But you know what, the guy turned out to be a very nice guy. Like, he turned out to be somebody who actually I felt like was the guy version of me. So he is only very comfortable after a while of getting to know him. Like, he's only comfortable then, but generally he isn't like somebody who speaks a lot. So anyway, this guy, let me fast forward. Oh, so yeah, the first time we met, I remember, like, I was so hungry, and okay, let me mention his, the story is, I need to make every single detail very, very clear, for a specific reason of actually how everything ended. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I need to make it clear so that you guys know, like, why I'm emphasizing that part. because that's actually one of the things that actually made us stop dating. So anyway, this guy is a doctor, right? So this guy, on that day when we met, he was like, we should meet around 4, and then yeah, he will be done by 4, and then we can just meet anytime after that. So we had agreed that we're gonna meet around 7 p.m. The boy comes at, let me not call him a boy, the guy, like, I have major respect for this guy, you guys. Once like, if I tell you, yo, I feel like I respect this guy more than he actually deserves. But anyway, he came late. We met at like, he came by at around 7:30, so he came to fetch me on campus. And then I was so hungry, like I actually wanted to go buy food, but I thought like, okay, the cafeteria is gonna close, so I just thought like, let me take my card in case, you know, I don't want to put pressure on him to actually like, oh, so sorry guys, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation in Mocha 360 Mocha. So yeah, where was I don't want to put pressure on him to actually buy me food. So when I actually got in the car, I actually made it clear to him like, listen, cafeteria is gonna close and I'm using, what is this, Warm Honey LA Girl Pro Concealer. Yeah, so I made it clear like, I'm hungry, so can you please go buy food? And he's like, okay, cool. Then we go, and then when we get there, I don't know, like I was so indecisive. I wanted pizza, but you know, that time it was locked down, so things were kind of weird. So I don't know what happened. I don't know like why I decided not to get pizza then. We just went to McDonald's. And then I was like, I don't know, he said like in the car, he's like, listen, I forgot my card. I forgot my card at home, so either we go fetch it or are you gonna be able to pay for your food? I'm like, no, yeah, I'll pay for my food anyway, because I took my card thinking that like, I don't want to put, you know, when you don't plan for something. It wasn't like we're going on a date, it was just like a meet up, and I'm not used to something like that. So yeah. Oh my gosh, this is actually harder than I thought it would be, talking and doing your makeup. So yeah, I bought my own food. Then yeah, so from then on we just like kicked it off. That was like our thing. We would meet up, we would go get food, you know, we would chill, we would talk about everything and anything, and then it just became a relationship, right? It became a relationship like from then on. But then I was just like, something about this guy that I can't put my finger on. And then, you know what, the guy came through. Like, he just came through for me. Like, to be honest, he came through. He started like, my parents started to know like he was coming every single day. And you know what, I was getting tired of actually, you know, lying to them about where I'm going, because like I had moved from, it was lockdown, so we had to move from res to come home, and now I can't just change from meeting him every day to like, since you're home you don't even meet up with me. No, that was not going to be me. I was very in love with this man, and I was like, we are gonna get married.
God have mercy upon us.
So yeah, I couldn't lie about where I was going, so I just told my mom like, listen bruh. And like, mind you, my mom, it was the first time I actually told my mom about me dating. It's never been like a thing for us to talk about such things. So I was like, you know, I have a boyfriend, he's a doctor, we've been meeting up, we're getting to know each other, we're spending time together, and I don't want it to be an awkward thing of like you see a car. Oh yeah, like they were even used to the fact that his car actually stops by the gate. So I was like, I don't want it to be a weird thing that you actually see his car by the gate and then you're like, what in the hell? What's going on? It's my boyfriend, okay, you guys. He's my boyfriend. And then, yeah, my mom knew that he was my boyfriend. But now my dad is just like, what is going on here? Why is there a car by my, yeah, like why? Why is this person leaving this house in this car like almost every single day? Who's this person? And like I never actually got to tell him, like, this is my boyfriend. Why would I do that? So yeah, that was our thing. We would schedule our meetups. He was very busy. Some days he'd be on call. So when you're on call, it's like you're not working for that day, but like if they need you at the hospital, you're actually gonna go and you're gonna go there. So yeah, he would be on call and then we would not meet up on those days, maybe. Or he would just tell me, I'm on call, so if they call me, I'll leave you and you'll just sleep alone. But it never happened that I slept alone. So yeah. Now, the relationship was very nice, guys. Like, it was the best relationship. I want to emphasize the fact that it was the best relationship I'd ever been in, because now I'm comfortable. Like, my parents know about him. Everyone knows about him. He's coming to my house. We're meeting almost every single day. Like, maybe we'd meet like we'd skip a day then meet, skip a day then meet. Sometimes we'd be together through the week, like throughout the whole weekend. So yeah, we would video call, and he was pretty much obsessed with me, because I remember like the second week of being in a relationship, right? We were dating for a while, but the second week of being in a relationship, he actually taught me how to drive a bit. A bit. So he was just like, we were talking about the future. We were planning our I think in this video it's just going to be a part 1 of like the basis of our relationship. We were planning our future together. Everything was perfect. Like it even got to a point where we were testing together, because like we were thinking of possibly if we wanted to have kids, then maybe we would. You understand? So like I was so whipped, guys, that I actually thought I'm ready to be somebody's mother. And shout out to mothers, because motherhood is actually a very, like, you need to be mentally prepared, I feel. And you just need to know how to take care of a household. You need to know how to take care of people, a whole human being. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I actually thought that like I was ready, and if he's ready, then I'm ready, and then we can get it, So this guy, he would tell me everything about his family, like, he wants to do what he wants to do with his life, what he wants to do with his family, what he wants to do, for his future, the kind of house he wants, how he feels about the current car that he's, driving. Yeah, stuff like that. We will talk about both our futures, actually. I would also tell him, like, this is what I want and stuff like that. Now, I want to get to, like, where things just started to take a weird... Things just started to be weird. This is how I noticed that, like, this person is not, like he's not really fully invested in me. So he started to tell me, like, he's going home. Well, there was a weekend where he told me, like, he's going home. And I don't know why it always happens like this. So now I had already started, like, praying about this person. Like, Father God, let me just set my ring light settings. Yeah, just be like, Father God, please just help me. Let this man not be, playing with my heart and stuff like that. I was just praying that he's actually who he says he is, as opposed to like what I'm seeing, what he's acting like he is just to get whatever he wanted to get from me. So he'd say he's going home. And you know what? One thing about my instincts is like when somebody's lying to me, bro, you don't even have to say it twice. You don't even have to wait like 3 minutes for me to actually know that you're lying. So he's like, I want to go home this weekend. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm actually on leave. So now this is like 4 months into the relationship, I think. Yeah, it was 4 months into the... No, it wasn't 4 months. It was like 5 months into the relationship. He's like, I want to go home, you know. But I'm going to go home for a week. And like... yeah, I want to go home because I'm on leave and stuff. So he goes home. When he goes home, my guy starts acting up. Like, he starts acting up. Like, he's not talking to me. Imagine going from seeing this person every single day. When he's not with you, he video calls you. Like, it's basically that thing of, I see you every single day. So, I'm not happy with this lighting. He sees me every single day, sharp. Now he's acting like he's at home and he's very busy. He didn't even speak to me for like a day or two. So then I asked him, and then what's going on? He's like, no, babe, I'm so preoccupied at home because I'm building. So initially, this guy had already told me that he wants to build at his house. And mind you, this guy, like, I'm not gonna say I put this idea in his head, ne? But I'm just saying, like, the conversations that we used to have, and him seeing that, like, at my house, they're actually, like, still building in a way, not really building, but, like, at that time, he would see that there's projects going on. And he got inspired to, like, you know, I wanna do this for my parents. I actually want to get it over and done with so that I can actually start my, you know, plans. Like, I want to start, he said he wanted to start building for himself, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So I would advise him. He would actually tell me, you know, my car, I'm going to go fix it, you know, what, stuff like that. He would just tell me his problems. He would vent to me. He would tell me everything. Like, his future plans. And you know when somebody tells you about their life, like what they're planning, and like it's like they kind of trust you with that information, but at the same time they trust that you can advise them well, and they also trust that you're gonna, they trust you with their information. They confide in you. And so I was like impressed. Okay, this man actually really sees me as something. Because if it's not the baby talk, it's the future talk. If it's not the future talk, guys, I know I'm rambling, but I want to be specific. I want to be specific in every single thing because I want it to be like, in a way, a series, sort of. So if it's not that talk, then it's just, he trusts me with his life and he loves me and he's my boyfriend and I love him. And we're gonna spend the rest of our lives together. Sharp. Then he goes home. Doesn't talk to me. He spends like 3 days not talking to me. 2 days not talking to me. On the third day, I ask him, Dinta. He's like, no, babe, you know, I'm very busy. I'm preoccupied. You know, when you're home, they send you what. I'm like, you know what, my love? Take your time. Do whatever you gotta do. I know that it's hectic, you're building, and obviously that needs for you to like be busy. So I'll talk to you, or you'll talk to me when you're actually busy, when you're free. I'm like, okay, no progress. Then my guy comes back. When he comes back from home after that week, like he did that thing of not talking to me. Then after a week he comes back, and obviously we communicated about him coming back and how we miss each other, how we want to see each other first thing when he gets here. On his way, he's like, no, baby, I'm on my way. I'm gonna get there late. At some point, my guy calls me and he's like, he got a puncture. So he doesn't know, but he's stuck and he doesn't know like if he'll be able to make it on time. I'm like, okay, no, why not just be safe, babe? And then I'll see you when you get here. He's like, okay. An hour later, he tells me, okay, no, babe, I put on the spare wheel, so I'm ready, I'm coming through. So fast forward to when he gets here, he's just like not even telling me he's here. So yes guys, this is where actually they're like, okay, I did my brows offline because I felt like that was gonna take long. You know what, I feel like this is where things took a turn. Like I started to get like anxiety because I knew like this person, I actually knew from the time when he was telling me that he wants to go home. I could smell that lie from a distance. That's when I just knew like this is about to go south. That's when the anxiety actually kicked in. Because after this, it was just like drama. Okay. So then when he comes back, I actually confront him about this thing of him, you know. I'm gonna use the all-women, this that I recently bought from Foshchini. I'm obviously gonna use guys, as I was saying, like this is when the anxiety started. Because when he told me that like I am going home, I was like, first of all, my nigga, I can see that you're not going home. Okay, I can see like there's something fishy about this going home thing, because he had been saying he's going home all week. Then on Friday, he was like on Wednesday he's going home, and then on Friday that's when he actually goes home. So I was like, this raises my brows a bit. So then anxiety kicked in sharp. Then I actually confronted him. I'm like, my guy, why were you ignoring me when you were at home? I get that, like, do you see how pigmented this thing is? I don't even need to, you know, to actually prep my eye. Yeah, I'm like, why were you ignoring me? Because, like, I just felt like, I know that you were busy, but to a certain extent, I just felt like you were ignoring me. So, like, what is going on? Are we good? He's like, yeah, baby, you know we're good, miss. Then he's like, I'm so sorry if you felt like I'm actually ignoring you, but I was not. Okay, and I was like, okay, cool. Then we skip a week, we are fine, we're cool, still back to those meetups. But now, guys, it feels a bit forced. Like, now it just feels like I'm initiating everything. It just felt like I'm the one who has to be like, babe, when are we meeting up? Sharp. Because I was like, you know, I miss you. And by the way, we took 2 days before we could meet up since he got back home. I'm like, okay, cool. We spoke about that. We were fine. Then he comes, then he ghosts me again. So I'm anxious now that like my boyfriend is ghosting me. Like ever since he was at home, he's been, you know, ignoring me. What is going on? I'm getting very anxious. Every time when I miss him, I got anxious. Every time when he called, I got anxious. Like, I had so much anxiety, guys. But I kept it moving. I was like, you know what? This is my boo, and I love him, and I will stick it through. We're gonna fight. This is our first fight, basically, and it's still going smooth. It's fine. It's not a big deal. He was just at home. And then, I think it was like a week later, he did the same thing. He was like MIA. Then I confront him again. He comes to my house actually, and I was just like angry. One thing about me is like when I'm angry, I can't even pretend. Like I can't pretend that I'm cool. Even if you're just like coming there with a nice vibe and stuff, I'm gonna make it a point, and I'm going in with this brown. Or should I use this one? This brown. It's like a pinkish brownish. I'm just gonna do my transition up there. So yeah, now I'm just like annoyed. Like why? Like why were you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? Ever since you got back from home, you've changed. What's going on? And then he's like, no babe, it has nothing to do with you. I'm just very busy at work these days. I'm even gonna be working overtime. Like I'm gonna work double shift. Mind you, when he's saying all these things, I'm just like, I'm not buying it, guys. I was not buying. Like from now on, it just felt like everything was just super weird. It was just like, it's dodgy. You're saying things that don't make sense to me. Like they make sense, but it's like, are you really telling me the truth? Like what's going on? Sharp. Then 2 months later, what happened? Oh no, then there was a time when we were chilling, and then he felt like he wants to take me home. And now that's not what I'm used to. Like I'm used to the fact that I stay here. I can even stay here 4 days. Without coming home, and at home I'll just be like, guys, I'm here, don't worry, I'm coming. So now he's telling me that he has to work and he wants to go drop me. I'm like, okay, sharp. Then it got to a point where he now just is not talking to me. So I confront him and I'm like, my guy, what is actually going on? Because you and I, we have been, like, my nigga, you have been playing with my life at this point. We flippin' tested, we flippin' been planning our future together. You've been talking about marriage things, like what's going on? Then he's like, yeah, no, don't worry, babe. There's nothing that's changed. I've just been super busy. And I'm like, listen, I don't know what's going on with your life. I don't know what's happening. But I honestly feel like whatever is going on, it's bigger than me. And now it just feels kind of weird. Like, it just feels like I'm forcing myself onto you and I'm not liking that feeling. So I'm gonna cut my crease now, guys. I don't like that feeling of feeling like I'm using this concealer. I don't like this feeling of, it feels like I'm forcing myself on you. Like, it feels like you are trying to break up with me or something. Like, it just feels off. What's going on? Is there something that's going on in your life? It's like, no, we're good, my love, we're good. I know I've been neglecting you. Now he starts apologizing. And like, mind you guys, every time when he apologized, I believed everything that he said. I'm like, okay, fine. So now we're good. Then there came a point where it was like 7 months into the relationship, where he's left his small phone. And now, you guys, I was so anxious. I needed answers at this point. I needed answers. So I was like, you know what? This person always leaves this phone here. Maybe if I check what's on this phone, then I'm actually going to see. Guys, I've never done this, by the way. This was the first time I went this crazy for a nigga. I'm like, maybe if I see what's happening in this phone, I'll get some closure. I'll see this person for who he really is. Like, I'll see why it is that he's ignoring me and why things have changed. When I go on the phone, hey, lies. Do you know what lies is? Now I see the man. Now I see who he is. I see, I think it was 5 different people, texts from 5 different people saying, baby, where are you, my love? Some people are just even like confronting him how I would confront him, saying, what's going on? Where are you? Why aren't you calling me? Like, you said we're gonna meet up. Oh, and then it just got to a point where he would say we're gonna meet up, and then next thing we don't. Like, he just doesn't say anything. So then there was also another girl who was like, okay, so now I can see that I'm just like the ex. So now, you guys, what I want to say is like, I was shaking. I was literally shaking because I'm thinking, what the actual fuck? So many girls. Like, if maybe it was one girl, I'd get it. But like, so many girls. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, by the way, when I would confront him and there was a time when he came to my house and then somebody called. I think it was month number 5 of dating. Someone called him on his phone. And he's like, that's my ex. She doesn't want to leave me alone. She keeps calling me. And then he answers her and he's like, no, I'm with my girlfriend. I'm like, okay. Nah, as long as you told her that you have a person now and that you're deep in this up, then it's fine. Then, yeah. So now I'm shaking. I tell my mom, I text my mom, I'm like, yo, I'm looking at his phone. There's like a bunch of girls talking to him, telling him to come fetch them. Some are asking for money. Some are like asking where he is, like why he's not coming through. Yeah, that's basically what I said to my mom. And she's like, so where are you? I'm like, nah, I'm still here. So I'm just waiting for him to come back. By the way, this nigga left me for like 2 hours and he wasn't working that day. He left me and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to come back home. Sharp. Then when he comes back, I'm like, okay, drop me. Like, I couldn't hide. My face was, guys, so I couldn't hide anything. At this point, he could just see like, okay, this person is acting weird. Like, she is acting like she just saw a ghost. She's acting disgusted. So then, yeah, I just like keep my distance now from him because now I see that he's possibly just a player. And yeah, so mind you, then yeah, fine, he comes back and he's now, you know, like, babe, why are you so distant? I'm so sorry for whatever it is that I did to you. Why are you not talking to me? And then, yeah, I didn't tell him that, like, obviously I can't tell him I looked through his phone. But now I'm hoping that, like, you know what, he's cheating with these people and like there's none of them are actually, you know, his real people. So now he comes back and he's consistent. So I'm just like, you know what, maybe those are old people because the messages were older than when we dated. So I was like, maybe he was a player before I met him. So yeah, I'm putting this shimmery pink. Sorry guys, this is actually so hard. This shimmery pink, this glitter. So yeah, I'm just like, maybe he's not a player. He used to be, and now he's ready to settle with me. But anyway, I just knew deep down, yeah. Fast forward, guys. Fast forward. When was it? In March, I think. This other girl comes and knocks. She comes and knocks by his place. And now, obviously, that's not something I'm used to. So I'm like, obviously gonna open the door. Why shouldn't I open if somebody's knocking? What if they want something in there? So she knocks and I answer. Then she No, there was a time, wait, before I actually get to this girl, there was a time when this guy actually told me that, like, I saw something on his phone. Like, he was busy on his phone and he had like a wallpaper. And then I see this girl, like a little girl. She looks about 7 or 8. And I'm like, who's that? He's like, no, this is my little sister. So she's dark in complexion. And he's actually a yellow. He's yellow. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So how many? Then, yeah, I just brushed it off. So he told me that that's his little sister. But I was angry because I saw the picture and then I got angry. Like, why does he have this person on their profile picture? Like, who's this person? Then I was like, okay, cool. It's the little sister. No need to panic. Great. Then there was a time where I felt like I was actually pregnant. Yeah, I said it. There was a time, this was 7 months in, remember? So I felt like I was pregnant. This was last year, around November. I'm 7 months in the relationship and I feel pregnant. So I tell him. And then when I tell him, he's acting chilled, but I can see that, oh my gosh, I'm going back in with that dark color that I was using early on. Here. I can tell, like, he's panicking, yeah, like, I can tell, man. This person is not okay. So then I asked him, like, what's going on? Because is this not what you and I were initially actually, like, was this not like the end goal of a relationship? Is this not the end goal of our relationship? Is this not where it was headed, well? He's like, no, baby, I just feel like things are different now. You know, it's just so busy at work. I don't know if I'll be able to take care of a child, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I get that, but like, yeah, I hadn't tested and I was 2 months late. And he was like, okay, you should test. So now, remember, he's a doctor. And he's acting weird. And I remember it was on the phone. So he kept saying he wants to meet up with me. And I was like, nah, I don't want to meet up with you. Because I felt weird myself. So I was like, you know, we'll meet up. I'm studying. He's like, no, baby. Now he starts being weird. He wants to meet up high and low. Like, he like literally wants to meet up with me. I'm like, hey, why are you being weird, my guy? Because we can always meet up. We don't have to meet up now. We don't have to meet up now. So then we don't meet up and I lied to him and I'm like, I'm in Zeras. The way he's been lying to me and saying he's at home and stuff. So now I'm using his tactics on him. Then then I test. No, then he comes and he brings me tests. And he's like, I need you to test so that we can know where we stand. Then I test and then it's negative. And obviously we are like just, you know, we are relieved that the test is negative. I'm also relieved because now I start seeing like this guy is actually not the guy I saw him to be. So I'm very relieved that like at least Nyana, I haven't gotten myself into something that I can't get out of. And then yeah. So now I'm not pregnant. Okay, fast forward to March. In March, somebody comes to the place. No! So every time when I was at his place from month number 7, every time I was at his place, he was acting dodgy. It was like he couldn't sit still, guys. Like he would be here 1 minute, then next minute he's not here. He would go outside a lot. He would go and say, I'm gonna move the car and park it somewhere else a lot. he would actually just be all over the place, like all over the show, like honey, like we can't sit still. And then, nah, man, I figured, oh man, no, man, this person is talking to someone. Either when he's gone, he's talking to someone.